maken een reis door het zuiden van een continent in opmars.
Bram, nice to meet you.
Afrika verrijst, zeggen ze. Maar hoe dan? En welke verhalen gaan daarachter schuil? 4 landen, 8 verhalen, dwars door Afrika. Het blijft een van de vreemdste gewaarwordingen op dit continent. Waar ik ook ga, overal kom ik nu Chinezen tegen. Zelfs in het hoge noorden van Zambia, waar de Chinezen sinds een aantal jaren een roestige kopermijn runnen. Hallo.
Hallo.
Bon appétit.
Kom picture. Hallo.
Hè? So, how long have you been here in Zambia? 3 years. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah? You do?
Yeah. Zambia is very good.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
For because not so many people, not crowded, and everything here, climate is good.
So you eat very quickly.
Yeah. Efficiency.
You're in a hurry. Are you in a hurry?
No.
No?
Because everything I'm doing here is fast.
Fast.
Yeah, fast.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a habit.
It's a habit.
Yeah.
But don't Zambians tell you to slow down a little bit?
But habit is not easy to change. It's with my life. Okay.
So what is it that you learned from the Zambians? Did you learn anything?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh really? Tell me.
Culture. Culture and the language.
A culture?
Bemba.
Can you speak Bemba?
A little bit.
Can you tell me the food is very nice?
Not this one. For greeting.
What can you say in Bemba?
我的下你 We know. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, are you here with your family or did you come by yourself?
I'm alone.
Alone?
Yeah.
No husband?
No husband. Not yet. In the future.
Can you maybe find somebody here?
Yeah. I
Yeah?
have a boyfriend here.
You have a boyfriend here?
Yeah.
Okay. Was Zambian or Chinese?
Chinese.
Oh. Could you come home with a Zambian boyfriend? Would that be okay?
For my parents.
Yeah?
No. My parents are not accept.
No?
Yeah. My parents said it's better Chinese.
Oh,
Speak
really?
Chinese, not foreigner.
They don't want the Zambian.
No, not foreigner, just Chinese.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because for language, they cannot speak English.
That's true.
Yeah.
How long is your lunch hour?
Depends us. If I finish, okay.
How fast you eat?
Yeah. Fast?
Because they're all leaving. They're very quick.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Chinese eat food.
Yeah, I can't eat this quick. Look at you.
Yeah. If I'm not talking, already finished.
De vriendschap tussen China en Zambia is niet van gisteren. Toen dit land in 1964 onafhankelijk werd van de Britten, stonden de Chinezen als eerste in de rij om de Zambianen vooruit te helpen. Hun cadeau, was het symbool van de vooruitgang. Een trein.
Good morning.
Morning.
What seems to be the problem?
There was some leakage. All the actual of my family.
Can you read Chinese?
No,
How are you going to know you fit all the parts properly?
they were interpreters.
Oh, really?
Somebody is talking in Chinese, then interpreter in English.
Okay, and the signs on the engine, are they in English or in Chinese?
In English. Some.
He says Chinese, you say English.
English and Chinese.
English and Chinese.
Yes.
So does this one have a name?
Yeah, Dung Fang Wo.
Dung Fang Wo.
Yeah.
What? That's Chinese.
Yeah, that is Chinese, which means the East is ready.
The East is ready.
Yes, Dung Fang Wo. This one.
Is Zambia ready also? Or is it only the East that's ready?
Yeah, this is ready.
How old is this one?
These were brought in 1972.
1972?
Yes, sir.
Zeggen dat je een land pas echt kan leren kennen als je per trein reist. Maar op deze trein kun je iets leren over 3 landen. Over Tanzania, Zambia en China. Dat zijn de 3 landen die deze trein gebouwd hebben eind jaren 60. Kijk, zo loopt hij. Volletje gekregen. Er staat wat mooi bij uitgelegd. Van Dar es Salaam, dwars door Tanzania, dan de grens over, door Zambia en dan eindigt hij uiteindelijk hier bij de Copperbelt. En ze noemden het de Freedom Railway. Do you know the history of this train?
A bit.
What's the story?
Tazara was constructed sometime in 1971-72 by the Zambian government in conjunction with the Chinese government and the Tanzanian government. There was a declaration of UDI when there were sanctions between Zambia and South Africa, and we couldn't access South Africa port at that time.
You were closed off.
We were closed off, sealed off.
Even Angola and Mozambique.
Yeah. There were wars around this country. There was war in Angola, war in Zimbabwe, war in South Africa, war in Mozambique. And the only friendly country to the port was Tanzania. That was Dar es Salaam.
So the Chinese saved you.
The Chinese saved us. It was cheap to use the Chinese construction than the British and the other countries. Chinese saved us. This rail line came in under communism, but the life is capitalist. If you want to be free and relaxed and enjoy life, go capitalism.
You?
Of course, that's what I'm saying. Capitalism.
But the Chinese are communists.
They are communists. They are pretending. They are buying General Motors. They are buying this. They are buying that. Now they are making hammers in China. I suspect that's why there's the influx of Chinese.
If it is free,
There must be a clause somewhere which says Chinese must
come in and
as
then
a
you
clause
give
they
you-
must come in
and you
Zambia
give you
without
this.
blocking them,
Uh-huh.
so that they can come and benefit out of the construction of this rail line. It must be there.
So 40 years later you're paying back.
We're paying back the hard way. And you can talk about the Chinese today, no government will react because of those strings attached that were tied that time.
De komst van de Chinezen naar Afrika heeft voor dit dorp een enorme impact gehad. Toen in 2005 een explosieve fabriek, niet ver hier vandaan, gerund door de Chinezen, ontplofte. En veel van de veiligheidsvoorschriften die gelden voor dat soort fabrieken waren niet nageleefd. 46 doden. En heel veel van die werknemers die kwamen hier vandaan.
When that accident happened, that's when my daughter was involved there.
What happened there?
Actually, I don't know, but it was an explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what happened exactly, I don't know.
You don't know why it exploded?
Yes. I don't know what caused the explosion, but what I know, it is an explosion that killed my daughter. This is the grave of my daughter. This is where my daughter was buried. This is my daughter. This is the grave of my daughter.
Do you come here often still?
I don't.
You don't want to?
I don't come.
She was very young still, huh?
She was very young. She was born in 1981.
24.
Born on 9th March 1981.
There's so many Chinese everywhere. Well, when you see them, do you feel angry?
You know, when such things happen, you may feel angry to somebody, but being a human being is very difficult. Because even the Chinese, I couldn't say they did this deliberately. I don't know. But being a person and a human being, I can't hate them. Because if this happened because of somebody's negligence, I'm sure one day you also die. You also die. So if it was deliberately done, I'm very sorry to a person who can do that, because one day you face the same consequences. He will die. She or him will die. Yeah.
Does that mean that you have forgiven them?
It's not necessarily forgiving them. I'm just saying, because I'm a Christian. I know what God has said. Don't kill. And you never revenge. Don't revenge. Yes, don't revenge. God, the Almighty God, is the one who is going to revenge for me, not me. Sure.
Niet alle Zambianen zijn zo vergevingsgezind. Het ongeluk bij de Chinese fabriek wordt in dit land gezien als symbool voor de slechte werkomstandigheden die de Chinezen uit eigen land meenemen. Als ik vroeg in de ochtend naar de markt ga, voel ik overal het ongemak over de Chinezen en hun koopwaar. Why did you come so early?
那边老先生，他这里10多年了，我是刚来这里。啊，还有一点 ，I'm working, I'm not boss. So.
.那你来赞比亚多久了
3个月吧。
这里的人，这里生意好做吗？
还可以，挺好。
当地人对你友好吗？不友好。主要表现在哪些方面？
怎么说呢？就是 价钱啦什么东西
啊，他们对价钱
歧视吧？
啊。
啊，跟44 no you not like no 44啊对this one
有没有遇到别的，在就是说卖自己除了语言方面的障碍，你还遇到什么问题呢？跟当地人之间？
有小偷，
小偷
特别多。
Many thieves。
到秀。
对，然后女的偷鸡的就是小偷，就是说给你钱，其实没给钱，就是说给钱。尽量就是尽量跟他们就是很少争执嘛。
对不定。
So you buy the chicken from the Chinese?
Yes.
And how is its price?
Price is high. The orders are selling at 28, 30, now 29. Now as to sell here is the customers want to buy at 30 pini, only one kwacha.
So it's difficult to make money out of it.
It's difficult to make
But
money.
why do you buy from the Chinese?
Nowhere else we can buy.
You can't buy the Zambian farmer?
Zambian farmers, there are not many who are keeping chickens.
How's business?
Business is at least a little bit slow.
It's a bit slow.
Yes.
So why are the Zambians not making their own chickens?
I don't know how I can even tell it. We Zambians are failing to keep our own chickens. Maybe it's because of income. You know, our incomes, we have less incomes. The Chinese have got more, these investors, come with a lot of money. So they buy in bulk. So as a result, they have built a good market. And they have brought, in fact, it's more like they're employing people. Sometimes I cannot blame them. Because some who are coming to buy chickens, some don't even pay cash. They just get sale. After they sell, they pay the Chinese. So it's like it's a form of employment again.
Hello. We don't block.
没有问题，谢谢。
We rijden nu naar het huis van de vicepresident van Zambia. En zijn partij kwam in 2011 aan de macht met een campagne tegen de Chinese investeringen hier in Zambia. En ook al zijn de Chinezen overal actief op het continent, het is heel ongewoon voor een partij om zich daar zo hard tegen te verzetten. En wat nog bijzonderder is dat dit de enige vicepresident is in heel Afrika die blank is. Hello. Thank you very much. Mr. Scott,
Sir.
I presume.
Absolutely.
How are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Very good to see you. Bram.
Hi, Bram. Nice to meet
Pleased
you.
to meet you. What a wonderful place you got here.
It's very nice. We're actually in the middle of a forest reserve.
Is it?
A very small plot in the middle of a forest reserve, but as you can see, it's trees and more trees.
Is this the old house of your parents?
No, this was a house. In fact, this is a small farm that I bought off a departing white civil servant in 1966 for a very small amount of money. And it had one thatched hut on it and a toilet outside under a tree. That was a long time ago. Yes.
But you are a real Zambian, right?
I was born in Zambia.
Yeah, as Zambian as it gets.
That's a school picture in Zimbabwe.
So you went to school in Zimbabwe?
In what was then Southern Rhodesia.
Southern Rhodesia.
Which was later Rhodesia, which was later Zimbabwe.
Yes, and how was that?
A bit like being a member of the Hitler Youth, actually.
Really?
Yeah, you see they're all white.
Yeah.
That was the height of
I think it's actually a very racialistic place, Rhodesia, southern Rhodesia was. A lot of people justifying themselves on all sorts of bogus theories of racial superiority, etc., etc. And that's what I mean, that was certainly part of the culture there. I thought the black boys should be allowed to go there, and even black girls and white girls.
And you told them that?
I told them that, yes.
And what did they say?
They said I was a traitor to the nation, or traitor to the class, or something, traitor to the race. This is the latest album, if you like, single page of the Zambian cabinet, the Zambian government. Our president, Michael Chilufya-Sata.
And there you are.
There's a white man there in the middle, and one is on a line all by himself, the vice president.
Yeah. Do you ever look at this picture thinking, how on earth did I end up there?
Yes, I sometimes look at it and congratulate myself on my planning and my hard work. Yes, because I don't think it was just purely by standing around and waiting for an accident that I got there. I gave up a lot of things and decided to work, and there I am. The biggest problem with the Chinese is that we suspected a lot of corruption in the obtaining of work permits, for example. A lot of repatriation of monies that should have been paid in taxes. A lot of illegal immigration in terms of, I mean, there are a lot of small farmers putting Zambians out of business, small Chinese farmers scattered across the country, but particularly around the cities like Lusaka. And we have an issue that, it's an issue and it needs to be attended to. Some countries have attended to it quite promptly, like Botswana. Others, like us, have taken a slightly relaxed point of view, I think.
But they have a different work ethic than, let's say, Western companies, or?
I think so. I think they themselves have a phrase which means eating bitterness, which is the philosophy, we have to eat bitterness before we can eat sweet or whatever. But it's not so much a philosophy, it's that the terms on which they're sent here is to get the job done and the money gets banked in China. So they don't come here to fish at the weekend. Right? They don't. I mean, a South African manager, if he comes up here to do a road contract or something like that, can expect to get a 4x4 bucky, a pickup, and go fishing at the weekend. Right? And we've got beautiful fishing in Zambia. We've got some of the best rivers in the world. But the Chinese regard this all as very, very irresponsible. Right? They would prefer to work for 7 days. They're always complaining that the Zambians also want to go and see their families at the weekend. And
Why is it just lazy? What they think?
Well, they'll say there's things like that, or they haven't learned to eat bitterness yet.
Is it hard work?
Well, some of the conditions are not good. The ventilation is very poor. Sometimes you feel the body very exhausted very fast. Yes. But if the ventilation is well, you can last for more than 5 to 6 hours. We do pray that sometime maybe in the near future things are going to be okay.
I hope so.
Yeah. There is hope.
Look after yourselves, okay?
Thank you very much. Good day.
Het is niet de eerste keer dat ik in een mijn ben. De andere mijnen lagen allemaal in Zuid-Afrika en vergeleken bij die mijnen is dit echt aftans hoor. Ventilatie is heel slecht. Je ziet ook aan de mijnwerkers hoe ze staan te zweten. Ze zijn vaak nog gewoon met schop en houwelen bezig om de rots hier weg te hakken. Het is echt keihard werken hier beneden. What is it like to work for a Chinese boss?
Well, I can say it's a challenge. It's challenging.
What's the challenge?
The challenge is that when you compare with other companies, you find that other companies are doing better than the Chinese company.
Doing better?
As in work conditions. When it comes to work conditions.
What do you mean?
It encompasses a lot of things. We can talk about just the salary itself.
Salary is low?
Yeah, the salary is low compared to other copper producing mining here in Zambia.
Then why do you come and work here?
It's actually and actually I'm gaining experience. It's about experience here.
The Zambian worker was complaining about his salary while you were standing there. What do you think about that?
赞比亚这个人的这个欲望可能是无止境的，但是他们抱怨他们的工资低，我们因为我也不是第一次听说，不是今年第一次听说，在这之前我们也听说，就是因为他们抱怨他们的工资低，所以我们要经过多方的跟他们谈判，多次的跟他们谈判沟通，然后来解决这个问题。并不是说他们抱怨，我们也跟他们做出来解释我们的生产成本。他们这个我们应该说是客观的说，赞比亚的工人的技术技能相对来说是比较差的，然后呢，他们的这个工作效率也是不是很高，而我们中国人到这个地方经过这个这么多年对他们进行培训。就比如说像我们现在的这个工作区域，人员流失也比较多。他在我们这儿学到了技术以后，他有可能跑到别的公司去。所以他们现在就说是因为我们之前介绍，我们的工人的工资每年都有涨幅，但是可能幅度不是很大，所以他们认为是没有达到他们的要求，没有完全满足，大概是这个意思。
But how much more do they want?
他们想要30%甚至更高的这个工资涨幅，而今年的这个全球的这个铜金属价格，然后呢，大家也都知道，走势一直在低位走势，然后呢也非常低，大概在7000美元这个上下左右运行，而我们的这个光是吨铜的生产成本就要6000美元，所以我们这个今年从3月份一直到现在为止，基本上都是处于亏损的状态。对于我们中国人来说，涨工资，大概是在09年的时候，09年我们涨过一次工资。这2年因为这个公司效益、销售效益，然后都不是很好，所以我们中国人这2年基本上没有涨过。
Zambianen klagen wel over die bedrijvige Chinezen, maar ik zie ook iets heel anders gebeuren. Het blanke Westen is hier niet langer het grote voorbeeld. Steeds meer Zambianen vertrekken naar China en komen met gevulde zakken terug. Het ziet er goed uit. Enoch.
Yes, how are you, sir?
How are you? 你好，你好。
你好，你好，你好，欢迎你来我的家里。
Sounds very good. Sounds very good.
Okay.
You have a beautiful place here.
Thank you, man.
I have to say.
Thank you.
This is all yours?
Yeah, this is all mine.
Yeah.
I acquired this 4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
But last year I tried to renovate. I moved everything. Everything you see is new.
Yeah?
Yes.
And this is all from money made in China?
Everything is from the money made in China.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. The only thing I haven't finished here is the landscaping. I still have a lot of things to do here. I haven't even started landscaping. Yes.
But this is all new, right? New pool?
This is a new pool. Do every Friday with my friends. We come here, roast some meat. So this is, you will never find this in this country. I brought it from China. Yes.
Wow, this is quite a bribe. Why did you want to go there? What was your fascination with this country?
Well, since childhood, I don't know why, but since childhood, I really loved China. You find that, when I was a kid, everything we're using at home was made in China, from the shoes, from the clothes, from the plates, what and what. They were all made in China. That's why at a very young age, when my dad bought me a T-shirt from a shop, there was nothing written on that T-shirt and there was no label. So because everything we used to use at home were made in China. So because there was nothing written on the T-shirt, so I got a marker. I wrote at my back, made in China. When I was only 10 years old. So from that time, actually, all my friends and my family members, they started calling me Mr. Made in China. Not knowing that 20 years later I would be made in China,
So you are, because you are made in China.
Yeah, I'm really made in China, yes.
Man made in China.
Yes.
So made in China for you was success?
It was a big success for me. Yes, so I'll show you inside the house. This is my home bar. And I don't know how good you are at this game. If you want, we can even play.
We can try.
Can you put some, there's some balls there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. We can even show you this, how my skills, yeah.
Watch it, keep it decent, okay? Ah, man, gotcha!
I got you.
One.
So 1-1, yeah?
Okay, very good. Fair enough.
That was good.
So what is it that you do in China?
What I do in China is, as I said, I do textiles.
Textiles?
Yes.
What, a Zambian bringing textiles to China?
Yes. I started this business 10 years ago with my Chinese partner after working in China for over 10 years. So this is how I ended up, starting a textile company in China. Most of the people expect Chinese to come and invest in Africa. But for me, I took it the opposite way.
But are you saying that you would not have had all of this? The big TV, the swimming pool, this bar, had it not been for China? Or could you have made it here in Zambia as well?
It's very difficult to say, but I would say it would have been very difficult for me to make it here in Zambia. But I believe that my going to China has helped me a lot to secure some of these properties which I have right now. Actually, even in China, I have several properties, I think I have 3 big mansions similar to this. Yes. See, this is a lot of weights, but...
Not bad.
Chinese are business people. They want to make money. They want to make profit. So it's up to the government, our local government, our Zambian government to see how they can implement certain policies. Like when the Chinese are coming here, they should come here to invest. At the same time, they should partner with the local people. Because by partnering with the local people, you find that in the long term, the Zambian economy will be in the local people's hands. But right now, it looks like most of the economy is in the foreigners, which I feel is not a good way for any developing country.
So what you do in China, partnering with the Chinese, Chinese should do with Zambia.
Exactly. What in China, for a foreigner to do business on his own, we can say almost impossible. What the government is doing in China is they help the local people to secure even loans at a cheap rate, interest rate, so that they can compete with foreigners. Because most of these foreigners, like Chinese foreigners, Chinese people who are coming to Zambia, they are coming with maybe, the interest rate they are borrowing money in China is only maybe 6%. But the local people here, they are borrowing money at 18 to 20%.
So it's unfair competition.
It's a very unfair competition. So that's why I always encourage our government to put up certain policies which can favor the local people.
What's in there?
Piece of chicken.
Chicken. You're going to sell them?
Yes.
So you take this train, and you go to the next station, and you sell them there. Can I see what's in? Can I see? Ah, all right. You already made them?
I did.
Oh, here we go. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. Hello. Hello. How's it going?
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Yeah, fine. Thank you.
You're tall.
Yes.
Huh?
It's tall.
How what? Almost 2 meters.
Maybe. How tall are you?
I'm 2 meters.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You're taller than me. I'm 1.8.
Okay. It feels a little bit like China here.
Pardon?
This place feels like China.
Yeah.
Oh. Where are you going? Okay. Okay. This is your house. Do you have any pictures of your family?
My wife,
Ah,
my daughter.
very nice. This is a very young baby.
I just have a initial break just 3 months ago.
That's the last time when you
China.
saw them.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I think that's a custom. We,
How is it for your wife that you so long away?
maybe he focus on my daughter. Maybe he not before. Before we didn't need we don't have the child. Maybe he miss me very much, but now we focus on our child.
She's fine with the child.
Yes.
Doesn't miss you.
Yeah. So I think so. Maybe sometimes. Sometimes.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Does she ever say that she misses you?
Yeah, of course. Sometimes we will chat. Sometimes.
Er gebeurde hier net iets heel opmerkelijks. Een van de Chinezen die hier woonde op de compound kwam naar mij toe en zei: ik kan dit zelf niet voor de camera vertellen, dus jij moet het vertellen. Maar ik vind dit hier verschrikkelijk. Het is als een soort gevangenis hier. 'S Avonds mogen we niet van de compound. Iedere avond moeten we met dezelfde groep mensen hetzelfde programma afwerken. We mogen niet terug naar China wanneer we dat zelf willen. Soms moeten ze hier 10 maanden achtereen elke dag werken. En pas dan mogen ze een keer terug om hun familie te bezoeken. Relaties gaan eraan. Eén van de mannen hier op de compound is inmiddels zo doorgedraaid dat hij al 2 jaar naar hetzelfde liedje zit te luisteren. En, zei de Chinees, jullie hebben het wel steeds over hoe de Zambianen vergaat sinds de Chinezen naar Afrika zijn gekomen. Maar niemand vertelt het verhaal over hoe het met ons gaat.
Hello. Good evening. What are you doing?
Yes, we're doing the rehearsal for the Chinese Lunar New Year's, affair, a star affair.
Okay.
Yeah, so all the sister companies, all the staff, we will come together, celebrate.
Special dance this one.
Yes.
Is it difficult?
It's not, because we dance at the playground every day.
Oh, okay.
Now we just put on our clothes.
So you've done it many times already?
Yes. It is like daily exercises.
Daily exercise?
Yes, every day after dinner we dance.
Every day?
Yes, every day, every evening.
Doesn't that get a little bit boring?
No, it's okay, because we have different things to learn.
Yeah.
Maybe one dance we dance for 3 or 4 times, and the next week you know, we have to learn other things. And also to make our daily life colorful and interesting.
Is it colorful and interesting?
Yeah, compared to nothing to do, it is good.
So the dancing keeps you a little bit sane.
Yes.
You come here every night?
No, it depends.
Of what?
Yeah, sometimes if we have something else to do, so we will on leave.
Okay.
If we have time, we can participate in this dance.
Okay.
Because, you know, after working off, we have no other, you know, how to say that, entertainment. Yeah. Activities, yeah, activities. So we just participate in this dance.
But just going into town?
You know, sometimes at night it's not safe to go outside.
But are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, it's fine. But we think it's better stay here because we are dancing, you know, even for the exercise sometimes.
But do you think it's not safe, or do they tell you it's not safe?
No, someone go outside and he was hurt by some local.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
By Zambians?
Yeah, by Zambians.
What happened?
It's accident. Some locals hit our Chinese employees. So we are afraid, so it's better stay here.
When did this happen?
I'm sorry, we start.
You have to start, okay.
Thank you for watching. If you like this, please check here for the next episode or for other recommended series. And don't forget to subscribe if you want updates on upcoming new travel series.